welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would do something very different. And it's something that I've always wanted to do for quite some time. And that has been doing game reviews. Now, I know that I'm not a software engineer, I'm not a game developer or a game tester. I'm just an ordinary guy who plays video games for fun. And I thought putting my ideas and perspectives out there might help some people, and maybe even get people excited to play games they never even thought they would even try, right? As my types of games that I like, I have very varied taste, and I have a wide net that I throw out to get different games and play because I enjoy them, right? I enjoy the hobby. And so I thought I would do some reviews of some games. And just as a caveat here, these are my opinion and my opinion only. So if they differ from me, that's great, and I think it's important to have different opinions and we all talk about them together in the comments. But I thought I'd just talk about some different games that I've liked and my thoughts on them. So the first game I want to talk about is a game that has been out there for quite some time, and I actually played the very first entry of the game into the series. But the game I want to talk about today is Just Dance 2021. I got this for my wife because she was mentioning how, due to the lockdowns and the COVID-19 situation, how she wanted to get more exercise and still be active and engaged and doing things and feeling better about herself. And so she was talking to one of her psychologists, and they had just happened to passingly brought this up. And so I thought, hey, Christmas is around the corner and I'll buy this for Christmas for her. And so that's exactly what I did. Now, as I said, I have been around and played this game for quite a long time, the series. This is like, what, the game, I remember the original title, Just Dance, came on I believe it was the Wii, because I remember buying it, right? I was a teen and my sisters and I used to play it, and I remember buying that very first one. So that was back in 2009-ish. So, you know, you do the math, it's going 12 years. So there's been little spin-offs as well. So it's really, really nice to see that the franchise is continuing. And so I remember those great memories of my sisters and I playing with the Wii remotes, you know, doing the different moves and dancing. And I remember having quite a bit of fun, playing that. And there's a lot of good memories. And, you know, that's another thing I've talked about on YouTube, is the idea that some of these games aren't just, you know, to have fun and they're worthless. You know, a lot of people believe that out there, that they're a waste of time. They're not. There's great stories and music and excellent gameplay and visuals, but also memories that you can form with others around you, right? Gamers are very social people. Most people don't realize that. We play online games. We play couch co-op. I love couch co-op. And I remember my sisters and I playing this and having so much fun. So it's a great, great memory. So I played the first one on the Wii. I even played the second one because we loved the first one so much we bought the second one. I think it was just called Just Dance 2. And then I remember we got one of the Just Dances that was on the Wii U. I think it was Just Dance 2015. Another great entry into the series. We really enjoyed it. And then there was a long drought where I just did not buy any Just Dance games. And a part of that was because they were just the same, and they're a rhythm game, right? Just Dance is obviously a rhythm game. You're following the on-screen directions to doing the different motions that you're going to do, and get scored on it, similar to how you would do, like, for example, in DDR, you would have the game pad, and I used to be obsessed with that. There was a time with my friend and I, we were really obsessed with that, and we would spend, you know, weeks perfecting and getting it down pat, our routine. But you know, it's a rhythm game, and you get scored based on how well you can do the rhythms and follow the movements and so on. Very, very fun. And at the time when this first came out with motion controls, you know, there was motion controls much earlier than the Wii, of course, but they weren't great. But the Nintendo Wii, they perfected them, and it was perfect for Just Dance, and it was really novel and cool, and we all had a good time. Then, you know, you get a little older, some of the novelty wears off, you're like, oh, it's the same thing, and I kind of got fatigued with it, and so I didn't bother, up until recently, as I said, with Just Dance 2021. So I have been away for, you know, a good, you know, 8-9 years from Just Dance. So coming into it was fantastic. It was exciting. It was vibrant. It popped, you know, the animations, the different, you know, leaderboards, and adding, you know, collectibles. Like, that is just absolutely fantastic. And I thoroughly enjoyed my time playing it. Obviously the motion controls are fantastic. We're playing it on the Switch, if you couldn't tell from the case. And again, the Nintendo Switch, the motion controls on there is absolutely fantastic. Very fluid motions, very enjoyable, and a pretty decent song list. You know, and again, this could just be nostalgia. I do prefer the first two Wii U, the first two Just Dances on the Wii. They had an awesome soundtracks, fantastic. I loved almost every single one of them. This one, there's a lot on there that are like, yeah, I never heard of them, and I like experiencing different musics and different composers, but they're kind of a hit and miss. There are some current hits that are out there, you know, that are on here, but then there's a lot that are unique, and I enjoy it overall. It was quite fun. What I enjoy the most, of course, is playing this with my wife, because you can play up to 4 people on this. This has been really fun. So playing with somebody else, if you have that option, bar none, it is the most excellent experience you'll ever have. It is fun. You laugh. You're in competition, trying to beat the other person, get a better score. It's absolutely wonderful when you have more than one person. It's okay when you're by yourself doing it, but this is a type of game that you want to play with others. Another example is like Mario Kart, for example. Yeah, you can play it on your own. You can have a good time, but it really shines when you're playing with other people. And this is really fun to play with somebody else. The other thing is, there is a kids mode on here, and back on the Wii, I don't remember there being a kids mode, and if we never used it. But there's a kids mode, and so I have a daughter who's 2 now, and she loves dancing. So while we're doing this, sometimes you put it on and put it on the kids function, and I give her sort of like a busted up nunchuck from the Wii era that's not working. It's broken, and she pretends, and she's doing that too, and enjoying it and just having fun. So it's a fun family affair, and I can say that this is an excellent game for families, and it's great for family game night. It's great for just some exercise. There's a whole exercise mode on here that my wife uses, and I really enjoyed that, and like the selection of songs, and it can go through the different songs. On here, there are 41 songs on here. They're very fun. Some you unlock alternative arts and characters and things if you get the superstar rating. And I've gone through it, and we've been playing this almost daily for weeks since Christmas, and we've been really having fun. The only thing I can say about it that I was sort of, I don't know, I felt it rubbed me the wrong way, was that there's this whole new thing out there called Just Dance Unlimited, and it's an extension of the Just Dance, and it allows you access to over like 600 songs. So that whole catalog of songs that they've had over the years since the Just Dance series has been out, that you can go and re-experience, and updated graphics and all that, and better rhythms and motions. And even some of the current songs that are out there, you can dance to. And so some of like the best songs of the year are behind a paywall right now, and I don't like that. I find that very interesting. The other thing is it's while you're playing, if you don't have the subscription, they are relentless in promoting it. You boot it up, and right off the bat, they're flash, showing you all the songs and the things that you're missing if you don't have unlimited. And then even worse, and this is something that we had a hard time with in the beginning, because I thought you had to unlock them. So when you're going through the game, you will you can shuffle to the next song, or they recommend other songs once you finish a song. And sometimes on the side there will be like a grayed out image of one of the song titles, and I would go over to it and I just assumed, oh, you have to unlock it, because that's what sometimes they would do in the past. You had to unlock them, and I thought, oh, that makes perfect sense. This is great. Look at all these cool songs you can unlock. It didn't occur to me until after, and I started seeing that these were part of this thing called Unlimited, this extra package, and that they were showing this to you to say, oh, here's what you could have, oh, but you have to pay. It kind of irks me, because I paid $40 for the game, right? Just Dance 2021, I paid $40 for this, which is cheaper compared to how much other Switch games and just games in general are these days, so it's not greatly expensive. But then to pay an extra $25 for a year subscription. And here's the other thing that bothers me about it. It's streamed, meaning that if you don't have a great internet connection, you're in trouble. My internet connection here is okay. Like it's decent it can be really decent at times, but because of the lockdown and e-learning and all the kids, and we live in an area where there's a lot of kids, and by the university, right? And so all the university kids around here are doing online classes, just like how I'm teaching online. Right, that eats up bandwidth, and it slows the internet down, and it's a trouble. It can be very, very difficult. And if you don't have good internet connection, it ain't going to be a fun experience. Once in a while, they will actually let you play a few songs from the unlimited package, if you will, and they're streamed. And I was really upset because it's a decrease in quality right off the bat. You can, unless you have fantastic internet, and it was clunky, and like it would freeze up, and I hated that. I hate that. It at a game like this, which is a rhythm game, throws you off. It pisses you off because you're missing moves. You're not timing things correctly, and it's pointless, and that's a problem. And in this case Ubisoft, and they're a great company. I love many Ubisoft titles. That kind of rubs me the wrong way, right? So when I seen that, so that was kind of a bummer. And they keep flashing it up at you. You're like, oh, it kind of ruins that a little bit for me. But overall, from a man who has not played a Just Dance game for very many years, I found it very enjoyable. I thought the graphics were fantastic. I thought it was a wonderful experience. Would I play previous titles, like perhaps Just Dance 2020 on the Switch, or maybe 2019? I might. From my understanding, by just quickly looking at some of the reviews and also like images of the previous iterations on the Switch, for example, they look very similar. And that's a complaint that a lot of people have, is there's not a lot of innovation in between series. But for some huge, this is ginormous innovation, and it was very, very fun, and I enjoyed my time. So I would say that this is a great game if you have someone to play it with, and I highly recommend it if you have somebody to play with. If you're playing by yourself, yeah, if you have some time and you like rhythm games, go ahead and play it. I think it would be recommended. But I really recommend it if you're having a party, or if you have like a family and you want to have a fun time with other people. Play this. It's a fun time. Honestly, it's really enjoyable. I really enjoyed it. I think most people out there would get some good out of it. And, you know, in a time like this where you just need to be active and take your mind off a while, listen to some really good music at the same time, hey, you can't go wrong. And especially now with some of the sales that are on, like I think I seen actually advertised on Walmart, what was it, a couple weeks ago, where it was 20 bucks. So half price from what I paid for it. So yeah, if you have it, go play it and enjoy it. If you have the money and have some of the time, go ahead and play it. It's really enjoyable. But yeah, with that, guys, what do you guys think? Do you guys enjoy this? Do you think I should play the previous iterations of the Just Dance series just to compare and see how what they're offering? But yeah, with that, guys, I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I hope this is helping you in some way, because I enjoy making them and enjoy sharing my thoughts. So I hope you have a great day. Take care, and we'll see you around. Bye-bye.